then, so moving on from our week 1 when we did our static stands, square stands, we're now looking at making them a little bit different. So what we can do, once your dog can stand nice and still, we can actually start asking them to do something called a straddle. Now straddle is used in fitness and parkour. If you've ever done parkour with me, you're more than likely to have done this position. Now I've got in front of me two items that are same height, same size. They're actually canine fit bones, which we use in conditioning, but it could literally be anything. It could be 2 boxes, 2 books. I've actually done this before on 2 packs of nappies that happened to be in the house ages and ages and ages ago, and the dogs just put themselves on it. So it can be anything that's non-slip, not going to tip over, not going to slide across the floor, and that your dogs can get onto comfortably. It hasn't got to be high, just needs to be something off the floor. Okay, so all we're going to do is what Merlin's just done basically. Now please bear in mind these are fit bones that he's on. These are to make the exercise harder. We don't need you to have it harder yet, we just need your dogs to learn how to stand like this and not move about. So they're not bouncing on and off, they're not laying down, they're not sitting, they're not moving around. Walk on, stand. There's a good girl. Wait, wait. Yes, good girl. And just standing still, okay? While they're doing this, they are a lot more aware of what their body is doing. I know, you're very clever. Of what their body is doing. They're aware of foot placement, they're aware of their core strength. As they step across from one item to the other, they are working their body. Might not look like they're doing a lot, but as Merlin stands here, especially as he's on a fit bone, but anyway, he'll be working his core body, which is here, the nice bit of core, getting that nice bit of tuck. Nice positioning, good boy. Awareness of where he is. Good boy, you can get that now. Get it quickly. Yes, good girl. Hasn't got to be too far away. This is quite far actually, but that's because Rip is quite advanced. Good girl. And that's what we're after, okay? Nice and straight. Standing up, good girl. Working on them square stands, but this time in a straddle. Back paws on one item, front paws on another item. Just find 2 items really. Ideally of a similar height. If you find that you've got 2 things and you haven't got 2 things identical, but you've always got one slightly bigger than the other, have the slightly bigger version at the front end, okay, because that's a bit more natural for your dogs. So as before, a few repetitions of that, so you can ask them to do that, you know, 5 or 6 times. You can start with the square stands from last time if you'd like, and then have a go at doing it like this. If you're not sure on the width, then less is better than too much, okay? So with Merlin, you can see the gap is less than the torso length, okay? So ideally you want it shorter than your body's torso, so the gap between front and back legs smaller than that, okay? When it's bigger than that, you end up getting much more of a stretch, which we're not working on at this stage. If you've got advanced dogs, then yes, work them on different things. Different heights are absolutely fine, and if you have got any kind of balance equipment, then obviously you can use that. Start with the front end on the balance equipment, back end on something nice and solid, and then you can try reversing them round and then have something balanced for both sides. So you might have fit bones, you might have wobble cushions, you might have paw pods, something like that, and working on getting